What's up, guys? I'm Mr. Normal, and we're about to watch some creepy and strange TikTok videos that'll have you rethinking everything. With all that being said, if you guys wouldn't mind hitting that like and subscribe button so this video is recommended to others, that'd be awesome. Thank you so much. Now, let's get into the video.
Are restaurants in America serving lab-grown meat? Well, it was approved by the USDA, and according to Forbes, it's already on the menu in San Francisco and Washington, D.C. So lab-grown meat's not allowed in Europe, it's not allowed in China, it's not allowed in Africa, but it's allowed in America and Singapore, and it's being grown right in California by Upside Foods and the Good Meat Company. And according to their website, it's already in the butchery. This is why I wrote a book on the corruption of the food system, because Bill Gates invests in both the companies I mentioned. Maybe that's what they were discussing here, but how much influence does that guy have over our regulatory agencies? Because they might make sure you don't drop dead from eating chicken, but it is a revolving door of corruption right now. And apparently they have no problem with you eating lab-grown chicken. And this is why I tell people to grow their own food, and if you can't, know your local farmer. It benefits you, it benefits them, and it benefits your community. And that's your real power. That's how we win.
Yeah, and that definitely needs to be banned here in America too. I'm not trying to eat lab-grown meat, and I can only imagine how bad lab-grown meat is for your body. Like, do we even know any side effects from that?
Hey, you guys need to see this. How many times have we, like, look at this. I can literally see the rainbow. The rainbow ends right here. There's a pot of gold right here. Oh, wow. Like, this is the type of you don't really see too often. Like, you see the start of the rainbow and the end. The end is somewhere there. Like, this looks like Photoshop. This doesn't even look real. Wow. Boys, if you're still waiting on a payout on one-of-one funding, you can go over here to this location. There might be a pot of gold for you, and you can be compensated for your challenges and all that shit and your time. This is sick. Wow.
Okay, now that is cool. I've never seen a rainbow complete like a full circle like that before.
Those are cars. Bro.
What in the world?
That was horrible.
At first, I thought they were just driving through some sort of like bridge, but then I see that they're on a train. So is this like some unloading procedure or something? If you guys have any idea, please let me know.
Discovered something strange in our newly built neighborhood. I don't think this is normal. We started to realize all the bird and nature sounds were on repeat. We then started to find actual speakers hidden everywhere. Isn't it scary they have fake nature sounds instead of real ones?
Well, if that doesn't tell you that we're living in the Truman Show, I don't know what does. Man, if I found that, I would be losing my mind. Next thing I would do is start knocking on people's houses to see if anybody actually lives there.
Okay, I'm gonna show you guys something real quick. So my eyes are blue, right? Yeah. All right, so watch what happens when I spend some time in the sun. I'm gonna cover this eye for you guys. But just a couple more seconds. That should be about good. We're going to come back inside. I'm going to keep that eye closed. And My eyes turn brown in the sunlight.
I'm not buying it, you vampire. How in the world can she do that? Ah, okay, I found it. Some people's eyes appear to change color when looking at the sun due to melanin production, pupil dilation, and the Tyndall effect, whatever that is.
I'm sorry, they just found what? Under the ice? I'm done. Why is every video I make about Antarctica now? No. Right, so we all know Antarctica. I mean, I make probably a video on it every flipping week now. But yeah, this is pretty crazy. This time, it's not about aliens, this is about real life stuff, so it should be alright. So basically, as I'm sure you're aware, there are a lot of research teams in Antarctica. People go out there to investigate the species, the sea life, see obviously how quickly the ice is all melting and stuff like that. And a team about a year ago went there to basically investigate under the ice. Basically what this crew were doing was finding out more about all the species that are in Antarctica, and of course there's not that many, right? Well, it's until now. So what they did is drilled into the ice and put this tiny little camera right down the hole. Do you want to know how deep this went? 18 miles! And what they found under there was actually pretty insane. They found hundreds, if not thousands of unknown species which have never ever been seen before by anyone on Earth. Now, of course, the camera which went down there is like 5 millimeters. It's flipping tiny, so you can't really see as much as you'd like to. But there was tons of things swimming and crashing into this camera the whole time it was recording, and scientists even said they found an entire ecosystem literally 18 miles under the ice. Now, since the last time we spoke about this, they've reported over 1,000 different types of species or sea life under there, some of which being different types of sea cucumbers, sea stars, and various other molecules part of the snail or slug family, which is pretty cool.
This is a total game changer. A man in Chicago has figured out a way to turn plastic waste into usable fuel.
The world's first ever handmade continuous microwave pyrolysis reactor to convert plastic waste, mixed, sorted, clean, dirty, whatever. Take that plastic waste out the ocean, out the landfills, out the waste stream, and turn it into fuel. $0 a gallon.
Julian Brown, known online as Nature Lab, isn't your average inventor. At just 21, he pioneered a method to convert plastic waste into usable fuel right from his backyard. He uses a technique called microwave pyrolysis. Julian heats plastic waste in the absence of oxygen, breaking it down into fuel components like diesel and gasoline. The process also yields carbon black as the only byproduct, and it's a valuable byproduct. But innovation isn't without its risks. Julian faced a severe explosion that left him hospitalized with second-degree burns. Later, he discovered that his car's lug nuts had been tampered with.
A few days ago, 2 days ago, all 10 of my lug nuts on my front wheels were loosened completely. And one of my wheels almost flew off going 70 miles per hour on the interstate.
This nearly caused a fatal accident right after his first accident. And he doesn't think this is a coincidence. He thinks this is a little fishy.
This is where the explosion happened. And take a look at how high that fire got. I was point blank.
Undeterred, Julian is now working on a solar-powered version of his reactor.
I'm back, just like I never left.
He's hoping that this thing's going to change the game. All plastic waste can just be placed into one of these machines, and out comes usable fuel. Plastic waste will actually become valuable because plastic is made out of these petroleum products in the first place. With over 3.4 billion plastic items discarded daily, Julian's invention could be a game changer in our fight against pollution. His vision is a world where plastic waste fuels our lives, not our landfills. In Julian's own words, he states, "I'm not just building machines, I'm building a future where waste becomes wealth. Join me on this journey." So go over there and follow him, because I think it's just absolutely amazing. And his journey, his videos are amazing, showing off these incredible machines that he's building. And I think this is the kind of thing we should be supporting wholeheartedly.
Is it sad the first thing I thought about is how is the government gonna steal this from him? But God forbid this dude figures out how to make reusable energy from plastic and now his lug nuts on his tire were loose? All I'm saying is why not work with the smart people instead of trying to wipe them out? Shout out to this dude that figured out how to turn plastic into fuel.
You can take the 20 seconds that Runway gives you with the restyle video feature that they have to create a bunch of different shots and use all of that to create anything that you want.
Man, AI is getting out of hand. How real that looked is super scary.
What is this? This is a tornado forming. This thing goes crazy. And then after this tornado actually goes away. What is this doing?
But pretty amazing shot as that looks in. Can you still see, Josh? Looks like it maybe trying to rope out just a little bit.
And then he walks in front of it.
You're almost all the way to the ground, though. And look, it's starting to twist there just a little bit.
What is it? It's literally moving towards the tornado. Honey, it's moving towards the tornado.
It's amazing that it can come down that far. But
I'm watching this white spot. There's this white spot right here. That is a part of it, and it's slowly getting closer. It's about to hit the tornado. No, it's right there, that white spot. It's literally just got into it. Look.
What's happening is you're now getting the rain and the cooler air to choke this off. See this in the mid layers?
Yes.
It's starting to choke off just a little bit.
Oh.
So looks like that we could be on a weakening phase. We may be cycling again, and in about 10, 15 minutes, it may try to do this again.
And it does.
Again, this is northeastern parts.
But whatever this is, broke all of this apart. Was this like a cold air current? Like what the heck?
I'll be fully honest, I don't know how to explain that. Like, what in the shape shift just happened? It is kind of weird that the cloud like glitched out like that and then the tornado just broke apart.
Underground cities. Former Bush administration official Catherine Fitz. She was just on Tucker Carlson's podcast, and she did this really deep dive. Basically, they uncovered of what they know of. There are 170 underground cities under the entirety of the U.S. and in the ocean that the U.S. has been building since 1988. With a total of what they found, they've spent over $21 trillion on underground systems and cities. They said that they use an energy source or energy technologies that the public has never been allowed to see. And it's all for the purpose of a potential extinction level event. You know, like for years now, people are like, what's that sound of like it sounds like trumpets in the air and stuff. They're actively drilling under the entire U.S. And that's what I think the sounds are. It's just literally the earth just shifting underneath their feet. That's creating this noise of these trumpet-like sounds.
Why wouldn't they do it? They have the money, they have the resources, they have the land.
But then here's the question: who's surviving?
Yeah,
who's on these
and
lists?
that's the thing. When this stuff gets out, if this thing were to be leaked, which it already has, people realize that. I mean, what are we going to do? We're not going to be on that list. People are going to lose their minds.
Pressure though of having to make a decision for your family. They're like, let's just say it was like you can come if you want, and it's like you have to make a decision. We're telling you it's gonna happen in like 30 days. Are you gonna come with us or not? And you actually have to make that call.
$21 trillion. Are you out of your freaking mind? So that's where all of our tax dollars are going. I'm just saying, if everything goes up in flames, how do I get an invitation here? And at the same time, I don't know if I'm gonna like that so much, because living underground with artificial light and sun, I don't know about that.
Here are some cool things that are happening in the world right now. There was a rare golden penguin that was found recently that had bright yellow feathers instead of black and white. A 99-year-old woman wanted to experience jail before she passed away, so the police made it happen. A cafe in Japan is actively hiring paralyzed people to remotely control robot servers. One man named Michael has been building treehouses for over 30 years and has created the world's largest concentration of treehouses. His resort is fully equipped with electricity, air conditioning, heating, everything needed. A group of best friends built a tiny town so that they can all grow old together. 600 men showed up to mentor students in Dallas when they only asked for 50. Luxembourg has become the first country in the world to officially grant public transportation to everybody for free. We have found 128 new moons around Saturn. This means that we know Saturn has at least 274 moons, which beats Jupiter to have the most moons in our solar system. Some scientists in Italy just turned pure light into solid matter for the first time ever. Researchers created a hydrogel that self-heals like human skin and often heals within 24 hours completely.
The Aurora Borealis, or whatever they call it in Australia, Aurora Australialis, whatever, it's the same thing. It went crazy, y'all, for 2 nights in a row. Do you guys see this? This that cosmic fire that they talk about, y'all. These colors are so vibrant and so bright, y'all. Now, in Australia, it's really uncommon to see the Aurora Australialis. That's why, they have their own type of name for it. The colors were so intense, it literally turned nighttime into daytime, and I guess people were getting married. Y'all, look at that. Y'all, that's just crazy. Like, this is intense. Do you guys see the color? It looks just like, what is that? Like pink candy, rock candy. And it looks like a watermelon, don't it, y'all? It looks just like a watermelon. Look at that. That's why we love watermelon. See, I be telling you, nature has a sense of humor, and a lot of people don't understand the sense of human nature, but, you know, I get it. You feel me? They make fun of us for loving watermelon, and here is nature, right? Giving us a big, look at the seeds, y'all. Look at the seeds. The clouds are the seeds. Literally, you can't make this shift up. And it goes hand in hand with that KFC commercial that just came out. That shows them doing, like, you know, cannibalistic stuff. You feel me? It's crazy, man. I'm telling y'all. Nature has a sense of humor.
Man, I wish I was there to see that in person. I've seen Aurora Borealis pictures, but I've never seen it like this. And why can't cool things in the sky happen like this around me? I'm just saying.
So, what have we here?
That looks like a nasty parasite. I don't know if that's exactly what it is, but that is disgusting.
I need your help because this is the creepiest alien-looking flower I've ever seen in my life. The video is actually coming out of South America, and a couple on a hike come across this invasive plant or flower, but it's like pulsating. It looks like something from out of this world. So anybody who knows plants, flowers, please let the rest of us know. Is this real? Is this a real species, or is this some sort of hoax? Take a look at this, comment below, and tell me what you think.
Kind of looks like a corpse flower, but I'm not too sure that's what it is. I just know that thing came out of the Stranger Things TV show.
It must be an animal. Oh my god. Finally sounds like it's back there instead of right in front of me. So, I think I'm in the clear. Someone please tell me what the that noise is. So like I've walked back because I thought it might be injured, but it's moving around. So it's not in one spot, it's moving and it's different. I think it stopped.
I think it's a fox making that noise, but I'm not too sure. But all I know I am sure of is you need to get out of those woods. No. Ma'am, I'm not gonna lie, you are way too calm for this situation. But what I am glad about what she did is pull out the camera, because you gotta remember, the cameraman never dies. But who in the world built a ride in the forest where there's black bears? Are you insane? I might ride it once.
So I got called to one of our vacant buildings to help or to instruct Duke about installing the box and whatever. So they say it's a light on in here. So okay, cool. So as you can see, there are no light bulbs in here. No light bulbs or light fixtures in here either. We go down to the basement. I don't know if y'all can see this, but all this is water, right? All this is water. So all the dark part that you see right there, see the dark and the light part of the wall, all that's water. As I'm looking, I see, what in the hell? Like somebody is walking barefoot down here. And my black about to be up there because yeah, I'm not about to get drugged down in this bitch. And nope. No sir, not me. I'm not that guy. I don't get paid that much. I'm out. Oh, I forgot to show you the extra creepy thing about that. Hold on. This is what's next door. Yeah. And the footsteps are coming from up under this door right here, leading from the cemetery to the back. Nope. Nope. No.
Exactly. No. I tell boss man, you are out of your mind if you think I'm gonna work here after I just saw some barefoot steps of some squatter that's living in the building that I thought was locked up and you lied to me. In all seriousness though, that is absolutely terrifying. I would just leave and not even come back. And the fact that it's right next to a graveyard is even, bro, nope.
This is terrifying. This is the first time a stable plate shift has been caught on camera. And you can see this ground go that way and that ground go the other. Look at this. Look how much it shifts. Imagine being in the crack and just like falling into the earth or something. I always imagine that for some reason. And look.
That looks like something out of a video game. I have never seen that. It literally looked like that part of the land was on water and it was just getting taken away.
Did you see that the government finally admitted that fluoride in water lowers IQ? This after they already admitted that fluoride exposure in utero lowers IQ. And now the Trump administration wants to take fluoride out of all the water in America. It's part of the Make America Healthy Again agenda, and I dig it, because we should all be teaching our kids how to live healthy and how these systems are corrupted. Like in the 1930s when the aluminum producer Alcoa didn't like the cost of getting rid of fluoride, then all of a sudden all of these scientists connected to the Mellon Institute started saying that fluoride was good for your teeth. But they conveniently left out that this guy, Andrew Mellon, financed Alcoa, where all the fluoride was coming from. And we've been saying this for years, but they just called us conspiracy theorists. Have they apologized? Of course not, because these are gatekeepers and the truth is not their objective.
So you're telling me all those late nights getting up at 2 o'clock in the morning when I was a kid, sticking my face under that sink, drinking that water, it just made me more stupid? Well, that's good. I could tell my dad it was the water making me dumb, not me not paying attention in school. So why would you put fluoride in the water? I know it helps with teeth, but it makes you dumb, apparently. Who cares? I'll take a little dumb for better teeth. Alright guys, that's the end of today's video. Thank you so much for sticking around and watching all the clips from today. If you enjoyed today's video, leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.